Hello, my name is Rupert Hoogewerf. I'm the Chairman and Chief Researcher of the Hurun Report, and today I'm delighted to give you a brief overview of our latest 2023 Hurun Chinese Luxury Consumers Survey, the Best of the Best Awards. Now, this survey is really helping people to stay relevant to the Chinese luxury consumer in 2023. And we've done it for the 19th year in a row, which means we've got an awful lot of comparable data. And it's really looking into the lifestyle, spending, investment habits of this group of people. And I suppose it's especially hopefully useful this year because for many people, they haven't been able to travel in and out of China for COVID travel restrictions. So I hope that you find this report useful. Now, first of all, when we talk about the Chinese high net worth individual, what we mean is somebody with household assets of more than 10 million RMB, which is equivalent to 1.5 million US dollars. And we estimate that there are about 2 million such households, or just over 2 million such households in China today. Now, some of the findings are quite surprising. For example, our business confidence index. We've been doing this index for well over 10 years, and this year is actually the second highest result that we've had in 10 years. So the Chinese luxury consumer, or the high net worth individual, if you like, is pretty confident. Last year was the highest. This year is the second highest, and it's significantly higher than the sort of previous 10 years. So it gives you an indication as to how confident people are in terms of business. When we looked at their investment habits, if you like, or what they want to do more of in the next 3 years, buy more shares, buy more gold, have more money on the bank account. So, and just cash, if you like. And what they want to reduce is they want to reduce the number of residences or houses that they have, and commercial property, and actually, believe it or not, art collecting and funds have also not particularly high up on the list either. We looked at their sort of lifestyle, where they live. The average Chinese high net worth individual lives in a 280 square meter house or property. If you're looking at the ultra high net worth, that's somebody with assets of 100 million RMB, like 15 million US dollars, they live in 400 square meters. So just to give you an idea, and they live with 4.5 people in the household. And if it's an ultra high net worth, it's 6 individuals in the household. And they have 3.5 houses on average. We asked them, what is the house that you use most, the second house that you use most? 10% they'd said they don't use the second house. They might have one only for investments. And then 70% say they have one just very close to the city that they live in. Another 10% said that they have a house overseas that they use from time to time. And if they were going to buy a house that they not next door to them and not overseas, then it was going to be in places like Xiamen and Qingdao. It gives you a little flavor. We asked this group of people, are you happy? What do you feel about, what's your happiness index? And again, we've been doing this index for a number of years, like 10 plus years. And this year is the happiest of the lot. 8.5 out of 10 was the score. And again, it's slightly surprising. You would have thought that post-COVID people would be not feeling as happy as that. But in fact, it was their family life that they were happiest with. And I suppose that's one of the things that's come out of COVID. They're relatively happy with their work, with their wealth, their health. The things that they want to improve on are their legacy planning, especially passing down to the next generation, and believe it or not, their study. And this is interesting. 65% of the group that we talked to said that they want to go back and study maybe another MBA or a CEO course or something like that. So that's really high, in my opinion. And we looked also at their hobbies. What do you like doing in your spare time? Well, travel is the number one. And the last few years, everybody's been traveling domestically. Sanya and Yunnan are the top 2 domestic travel spots. But this year, it's a big boom for international travel. I can really feel it coming. The top 3 destinations are the Maldives. That's a family destination, I suppose. Japan and France. But the ones that have grown the fastest in the last year is Dubai, Singapore, and funny enough, the UK. This is where do you want to travel in the future? The second preferred thing that you want to, hobby, if you like, is eating or food. We asked them, what's your preferred sort of type of Chinese or Chinese food that you like to eat? And it was Sichuan food was number 1. Japanese food was number 2. And then Guangdong Cantonese food was number 3. French food was number 4. I'm a British guy. Britain didn't even make the top 10 this year. Still maybe next year. Wine tasting has come in at number 3. So red wine is the preferred tipple. Bordeaux's up, Burgundy's slightly down. It might be to do with the fact that Burgundy prices have pretty much doubled in the last year or two. Whiskies had another very, very strong year, and Baijiu's slightly come down. Possibly people going off the sort of strong spirits as they're putting more attention to their health. In terms of sports, it's running, it's water sports, golf, and walking in the mountains. These seem to be the preferred sports and have been pretty much since our records began. And we looked also at what do you like collecting? And again, when I think of collecting, I always think of art collecting as sort of my first thing I think of. Art collecting has come down. I mean, it's still strong-ish, but here, the Chinese high net worth individual, what they like collecting is, number one is jewelry and jade, followed by watches and followed by fine wines. So those are the three main collectibles here as well. So there you go. That gives you a little idea as to what's going on with the Chinese high net wealth individual, how to stay relevant to the Chinese luxury consumer, if you like. I hope it's helpful. And yeah, please keep me up to date with any feedback you might have, or tips or ideas or questions that you want to know about. I'm very happy to help. And yeah, many thanks. Bye-bye.